to looking forward to a good Keysanity race, and we are off.
We are off here. 2 players going for the Lynx house, and looks like 2 going for Sanctuary.
We have a Thieves Town compass and a Pod compass.
That's super helpful.
Okay, Scootypuff and Ivan both heading up to Hyrule Castle. Skipsy heading over towards Lost Woods,
And
OPTLawyer doing the same thing he does the start of every seed, going over to do a Houlihan.
Mm-hmm. Houlihan's become very popular in this tournament.
The crab drop is 5 rupees. I did not notice what Uncle had.
Uncle had nothing of importance that I remember. I think it was an arrow upgrade.
Big heart in the chest by Uncle, though. And
I missed what was in the Lumberjack Cave.
OPTLawyer just grabbing his Houlihan rupees.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see Lumberjack Cave up on the top pretty quick.
Now he picked up his Thieves Town compass. Let's see if we'll get another Moon Pearl in the mushroom spot.
So, Sir Heavens, how long do you think it's going to be until we see a sword?
Oh, hopefully a bit earlier. Swords. I've only seen very few times which swords have come up like past the hour mark.
Ooh, we get bombs from the tree pole.
And a big key to Swamp as well. Not one of the best big keys to get, but still, it's still appreciable.
Oh, it's still very useful.
You can open up exactly 1 item.
Yes, but that item can be it's 3 bombs in Lumberjack Cave.
Yep, so the Agony Dream is not looking too good.
Oh, I've seen some super trolly Aghanim required.
Oh yeah. If you can't get access to East Dark World, you still need to do Aghanim.
Aghanim required to get hammer from huge tracts of land fairy.
That's a tough one. So Skipsy opting to buy bombs instead of searching for them.
Gets 50 rupees from the tavern.
So that's a refund for his bomb money. Unfortunately, not enough to pay the bottle merchant yet.
Just a big 20 in Thieves' Hideout.
And $5 from the Chicken Hut. So overall, not a very so far not a very valuable, I suppose, seed. There's not much value in it so far, though we've yet to hit the big ticket items of Kakariko yet.
Okay, Ivan down into Blind's basement.
And Skipsy in the well.
Tower of Hera big keep. What's that, lassie? Skipsy's falling down the well. Big 20. Mirror! We've got mirror in Blind's basement.
We've got mirror. That's good. We've got a small key to Gan's tower. That's helpful. And the bacon. The bacon coin. So far, helpful items, but not... Oh, and there's a lift upgrade on the bottle merchant. I was going to say not much of immediate progression value from Kakariko, but I was mistaken.
Oh, I love the power glove.
It opens up quite a... it has potential to open up quite a lot of spaces.
Yes, it does.
At the moment, the only space it opens up directly is Zora's area and the back of Escape.
But you can always fake flipper up to Zora.
You can. But
I
in
mean-
logic.
Right, in logic, it does.
So at this point, this is the standard point where we just see players retracing each other's steps.
Although no one's gone down to... And we get a chicken clip on Ivan.
Yep. It didn't make it in, though.
And we do get... no one's done the Southern Hyrule stuff, though.
Well, we're checking, we're going to get a library check right now. It is a big key, so potentially boots are required. And Skipsy going in to bomb the race wall without checking what race is. This happens often enough in Keysanity because the chances are high that you'll get at least something of value.
And you can always just... It's a
Oh.
single rupee.
That's the worst.
No, there's still the validation arrow.
That's true.
And I believe Skipsy is going to head down south, head down Southern Hyrule.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty normal play to go here, especially if you don't have any attacking items yet. You can't really do... Well, you can do escape. You only require 10 bombs to do escape, but it's still not a fun time.
And with the mirror this early, there's only one entry required to get blue mail in the sluice gate. There's only one entry actually required to get both items.
Yep, because you can use the block deletion glitch.
Because we're in Japanese 1.0 ROM.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like ScootyPuff is gonna head to the back of Escape. We're gonna get to see what 3 chests are in there. Skipsy, though, heading into Mini Moldworm. Big 20, Big 50, and Big 300. Okay. So this is just Money Town. Skipsy using bomb strats against the Mini Moldworms. That's useful if they behave. They behaved enough. And we've got money mapped to pod. Just a lot of love again, and a little love. So this is a very loving Mini Moldworm cave. ScootyPuff picking up his mail, as are the rest of our runners, very shortly. Looks like Skipsy's heading off over here. Not sure if he's going to do the fake flippers or if he's going to... It looks like he's going to the Ice Palace, or no, to the Ice Rod Cave. Some runners will put this cave off because it's just one of those out-of-the-way caves that only has one item.
I never liked the idea of doing Mini Moldworm with bombs.
Not if they don't want to play along, you know. So now Skipsy is going to head to Eastern. Probably going to check out Sahasrara and then maybe make a play into Eastern. Still without any weapon though. OPT is going to want to be careful, and he's able to make it. Alright, Skipsy's making into the back of Sahasrara's house. He's got a small key to Hyrule Castle. and just love and money. So this is a very slow item seed at the start.
And he does not head over to do
to go to Eastern.
Ice
Rod.
Ice Rod Cave. Although Ivan does.
Skipsy, I don't think he checked what the pendant is.
Ice Rod Cave just has a big 20.
Skipsy is going to dip into Eastern here. Because you don't actually need a weapon to get all the 3 available chests that are available in Sphere 0. Very loving seed, though. We've got a lot of heart upgrades, so we're already at 6 hearts. Desert is the green pendant. There are worse dungeons to be green pendant, though. It's unfortunate that Desert isn't a crystal. And there's our first sword at 11 minutes. 11 minutes 30. So now our players have, or will have, some protection. If they choose to go into Eastern. It looks like many of our players are.
Because it's never too early to do so. If you're enjoying the race so far, give these runners a follow.
Yep, follow these runners, and yeah. It looks like Skipsy is going to do the dark room in Eastern Palace. Now this does mean the item that he gets here is out of logic, so if it is progression, he will have to keep that in mind.
This tournament is staffed entirely with volunteers. OPT heading over to check Rufus Xavier Sasparilla's hut.
Does he just gain names? And just a big 20 in the vanilla big key chest in Eastern. So now I guess the only places available to go to really are there's Zora, or that are in logic, are Zora, Agina, and Escape.
Yeah.
It looks like Skipsy is going to do that last one.
Skipsy's headed for Escape. OPT is going to head over and pick up Eastern and presumably get his sword. Ivan and ScootypuffJr1 both going to do the dark room.
It's not a particularly difficult dark room to do.
It's the only dark room I know how to do.
Remember, I've yet to learn any dark room stuff. Mostly because I generally prefer not to break logic, but you know.
Well, from the race of yours that I commented on last week, I noticed that.
Anyway, we're about to see some new items from Skipsy. You may even deign to go into the Escape Dark Room as well, the Sewer Dark Room. Yeah, it's unfortunate that the seed's being so item light.
Very limited in in where the players can go to find things. We have a moon pearl.
That's the moon pearl, though. So we've got 2 of 3 items required. Again, though, doesn't actually unlock any locations on its own. So until we get another, until we get either the mitts or the hammer, we're still at this current limitation of locations that we can go to. Oh, well, I spoke too soon. There is the hammer.
Halt, for the hour of the hammer is upon us.
So that brings up a whole bunch of more locations that you can go to. Notably, the majority of the dark world.
With hammer and moon pearl, you can do all of Dark World except for Dark World Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm. And that's simply due to not having access to Light World Death Mountain.
Oh well, and Misery Mire.
Yeah, Misery too. I miss what was in that last chest. What was in Zelda's chest?
I did as well, but we'll see it soon enough.
Yeah, Ivan's going to it. So what is the sprite that Ivan is playing with?
Ivan is playing with a Moonanite. It is the validation arrow.
Well, there we go. And so it looks like Ivan is going to be going to checking out Hype Cave. Now with his new Dark World access.
I wonder if it will be an actual Hype Cave or if it will be the Cave of Inevitable Disappointment.
Let us see what the cave formerly known as Hype has to say about this seed. And ScootyPuff, it looks like, is doing the that room. He is doing
pizza. We get a Pizza Heart. We get Big 20. Big Heart. The Lamp. And the Hyrule Castle map, which is completely useless. So it's a good Hype Cave.
It's an okay Hype Cave. The lamp is the big item there. Because that puts all the dark rooms in logic.
I love Lamp.
Love being able to see things. And having that, Ivan, it looks like, is going to head for East Dark World. Looks like he's going to do a pyramid check. And possibly catfish as well.
That's where I'd route it in, is whenever you're doing your pyramid check.
Mm-hmm. It's so out of the way. And with that, he can also route in Zora.
Yes, with the mirror you can route in Zora. But if you fake Flipper up there, with the Moon Pearl, you can also pick up the 2 fairy chests.
Yeah, and Skipsy has picked up the flute from Skull Woods. So that's our Death Mountain access. That chest that Skipsy opened always contains a key to Skull Woods, even in Keysanity.
Just to avoid possible getting yourself locked in that room.
Mm-hmm. The saving quit will solve that, but even still. And it looks like with lamp in hand, Ivan will be heading up Death Mountain.
Well, with the hammer and the mirror, he can get to East Side Death Mountain, which is a whole lot of chests.
That is. It's got... I'm doing a mental
8,
count here.
I believe.
8 in the light world.
Well, he can't get to Dark World Death Mountain because he doesn't have.
He doesn't have Titan's mitts. You're right.
Scooty
you can also check out Hera. And
Silvers
old man
from
has
Dennis.
silvers. What are you doing with those, old man?
Dennis has silvers.
That'll make Ganon notably less annoying, as well as numerous bosses. The cave beneath Spectacle Rock having a small key, so looks like he'll go for that. You never know, it could be that coveted Swamp Palace small key. And it is the Desert Palace small key. That opens up 2 chests. In Desert.
That's a very useful small key.
Mm-hmm. And the C-shaped house has the big key to Thieves Town, so right outside Thieves Town. That's helpful to go to. And it looks like...
Skipsy's going to open it up, but he's not going to go in right away.
Not quite yet. I wouldn't be surprised if he also took the time to activate his flute as well.
And chest game and digging game.
Mm-hmm.
Scooty Puff takes a death.
Death in Skull Woods. Probably, I'm pretty sure that was intentional, though. OPT picking up his lamp. And Ivan getting, going into Tower of Hera. He does have that big key, so he can complete it. Also picking up Bombos. So at this point we have 2 of the 3 medallions, so depending on what we need. Pod and Thieves Town are our 5-6 crystals, and there's half magic in Thieves Town.
Ooh, half magic is a beautiful thing.
Half magic is lovely. Ain't no party like a half magic party.
5-bomb upgrade for Skipsy in that chest in Thieves Town.
And we're also going to see from OPT what Stumpy has. And it's a lot of love.
Small key to Misery Mire for the chest. The chest below the...
that chest, whatever that's called.
Yeah, the chest below the big key. Or the big chest.
So one of those... Oh, that's a sword upgrade. That's Master Sword for Skipsy. Cave 45 has the big key to Dark Palace. To Pod. So finding all sorts of items. And it looks like Scooty Puff is going to be activating his flute. Swag Duck is released.
A good decision, I think, to hold off on activating the flute until you can route it into other things.
Yeah. Though having the flute is just good all around because of mobility's sake. Ivan taking out Moldorm the old-fashioned way. Problem with taking out the old-fashioned way is then you also have this hectic phase 5 here. where he goes super speed. Skipsy picking up big key to Turtle Rock.
Ooh. Trolldorm down only has 10 rupees. And red pendant from Tower of Hera.
So, not too much there.
Scootypuff picking up his Master Sword.
And Ivan is heading into East Death Mountain, so we're gonna get to see what these 8 items here are. Unfortunately, having to go through a spiral cave slowly.
And without even the hook shot to make those enemies easier.
Mm-hmm. Some runners will actually just completely avoid this cave until they got boots. OPT is about to pick up his silvers, and Ivan gets the magic powder from Spiral Cave.
Ooh.
That's helpful. That's a utility item.
And do you want to have a fetch quest?
Doesn't have to be a fetch quest. Alright, what's Blind's pun today? A tap. That was okay. Wasn't the best pun. Oh, I missed it, but Ivan picked up the boots from the bottom half of Paradox Cave.
Gets a Skullwood small key, gets the mushroom. There's another fetch quest.
We love our fetch quests. Small key to Turtle Rock.
5 bomb upgrade.
And a small key to Turtle Rock. Well, that's good. And Blind had the Cane of Samaria as well. So that's very helpful. That opens up well, nothing directly, but it will open up a lot. It'll open up Turtle Rock, and it'll open up Vitreous. Oh, I'm sorry. Cane was chest game.
Blind had 10 arrows, I believe.
Let's see what the digging game will give. Maybe it can give us another shovel. Oh, just a small key. Small key to pod.
I wonder if we'll see Canis Maria strats on Blind. You
know,
just for the lulls.
Looks like it's just going to be sword strats. It's the first phase is super easy if you with that sword strategy. Yeah, so at the moment, what would you think is would be the next step for these players, for these runners?
I think the next logical step might be to check Zora.
Yeah, I'd say checking Zora is good, but if not that, probably Pod.
They don't have
there's not many places.
Don't have enough small keys to really make pod a viable play.
I'm trying to think where else to go, though. There's not that many overworld places left to go, though.
Our Batman check is sword upgrade.
Oh, okay. Well, that's our third sword upgrade. Why have a sword there, Batsy? We could also check hammer pegs.
Yeah, hammer pegs wouldn't be a bad check. Although I usually wait. No, they can't check hammer pegs. They don't have Titan's mitts.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting all these things that require Titan's mitts for some reason. OPT using hammer strategy on hammer strat on Troll Arm, and it goes very well.
I'm a big fan of hammer strats on Troll Arm.
Mm-hmm. It's usually what I go for if I don't have a good sword. Looks like Skipsy's heading up to Catfish. I don't remember us seeing Catfish yet.
I don't believe we've had a Catfish check. But it's as good a place as any to route it in.
And we can go for Zora directly after, so 2 birds, 1 stone.
Ivan picks up his tempered sword.
And Scootypuff picking up his lamp. Alright, what you got, big fish? Just
got a compass.
And he's gonna save and quit. So still no Zora check yet. Let's see, we can still do Zora, we can still do the mushroom.
Yeah, I think clearing the couple of fetch quests would be my next logical move here. OPT heading into Paradox Cave.
Gonna pick up his boots.
One of our tracker Regaro makes a good point in chat. Catfish to Zora without flippers is not necessarily a great play because you can't get the item on the ledge, you can't check the waterfall fairy.
That is true, but considering our just the low amount of options that we're kind of down to at the moment, I probably would route it in.
I still think I would fake flippers for it to get to Waterfall Fairy as well. Skipsy gonna get his silvers. But no sign yet of the D.
No sign yet of the D, and we still don't have any major progression. We need those mitts. Mitts would be useful, flippers would be useful.
Yeah.
Even though we can fake flipper to most of the locations required. It would still be in logic.
Book would be useful. I wonder if we're going to see a pedestal seed. There is our Bombos medallion on ScootyPuff's side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, looking at what's looking at what items or what dungeons are pendants, what could we see in the pedestal?
Let's see. Still don't know what our other pendant is. Well, I mean, we know for a fact that Bo certainly isn't. No, wait, I'm sorry. No, that's wrong. I read the wrong thing. What wouldn't be required? What wouldn't be on there then?
I wonder.
You've got everything else they need for desert, so except the I mean, okay, it wouldn't be the desert big key, and that's about all I can think of at the moment.
Yeah, there's not a lot of.
So what places do we need to check then? We need to check Zora, we need to check Agina. And
Yeah, we need to check Zora, we need to check Agina, we need to check.
I want to say Pod.
Castle Tower. We
That's
can do
true.
Castle Tower.
Both items. That actually might be where it is, because we've got the we've gotten 2 opportunities for a sword upgrade, so.
Yeah, there's 3 or so chests in the logic for Pod right now.
More if you can hammer jump. Well, that's not in logic. But there's just more chests that you can get. And it looks like Ivan is going ahead just there.
Wait, we did get a Castle Tower key. So yes, there's both of those. Both of the Castle Tower items are in logic. Ivan's heading to the back of Escape.
Yeah, he didn't check that. He didn't do the dark room earlier. Only bombs on Bumper Cave, so not gonna need the cape there.
Just a Pizza Hut on Floating Island. Bonk Cave, Bonk Rocks.
Bonk
Rocks and King's Tomb. Bonk Rocks, though, is just a big 20.
Yeah. King's Tomb might be something. I believe there's 2 pod keys that we've seen so far, right?
I think we've only seen the one, but I'm not sure.
I distinctly remember seeing. Oh wow,
Water.
That's all 4 sword upgrades right there.
The power of Paula Deen compels you.
I distinctly remember seeing 2 pod small keys very near each other. And just a lot of love in the ledge. Still check the keys too, though.
50 rupees in the dark room chest in the other chest in
Castle Tower.
Castle Tower, yes. That place where Ivan just was.
So now we're gonna see King's Tomb here.
Just a big.
Oh dear.
We still haven't checked Mushroom.
Still haven't checked Mushroom. Still haven't checked Agina.
I'm waiting on OPT to go and check. Thieves Town. He may be waiting on the small key. Oh, he hadn't picked up the big key for it.
Oh, where was that again? Oh no, that was in Thieves Town, in the C-shaped house.
Ah.
Oh, he's gonna activate the flute. We're gonna be able to listen to that sweet melody. All rise. Beautiful melody there.
ScootyPuff. Na 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 na. Fire sword.
Fire sword. Nice. The PhD blade. Ivan getting his flute.
And OPT picks up his Misery Mire big key.
Yeah, so once we get mitts, we can do Mire. Still not much to not much seen. So again, we've got Agina, we've got Zora.
OPT is going to pick up his Master Sword from Batman.
Looks like Skipsy is going for the dark room escape item through the back way.
I think OPT might be. Yeah, he's going to do his Misery Mire, or he's going to do his Village of Outcasts checks.
Mm-hmm. We've got other players checking. Let me check in Bonk Rocks, King's Tomb, Ledge, those areas. Imagine the if it was if it's Mushroom, that's like Mushroom came from Hype Cave. So
No, it
hype?
came from Paradox Cave.
Oh yeah, that's right. Lamp was Hype Cave. It's just a big 20. Agina, Zora, and Pod. That's what it's looking like.
Oh, how trolly would it be for it to be Agina's Cave? The place that no one ever thinks to check.
Skipsy doing some super speed there.
OPT into Thieves Town. I think we're going to see a clear of everything except the big chest.
Mm. Agina's Cave isn't too terribly out of the way now that you have the flute. Still a hassle, but it's not as big of a hassle as it was.
True. I think I agree with Regaro in chat. At this point, I would probably flute to 8 and fake flipper up to Zora and do all of those checks.
Looks like Ivan is going for the Agina's cave, so fingers crossed.
Let's see what it has. Agina's cave has 5-arrow upgrade.
Most trolly thing if Zora actually has progression. This is just being a very slow seed.
But all the runners have plenty of places to check.
We just know that most of them aren't.
They have had plenty of places to check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ivan. I don't know if Ivan realizes that the butter sword will let you kill the electric jellies.
See, now I didn't even know that.
Ivan's setting up walk on water. Gets a cape.
A cape and
a
Smoky to Ice Palace. So that cape with half magic, that opens up I believe that opens up the Spike Cave, huh?
That does open up Spike Cave, but technically it's not in the logic.
It's not in the logic yet.
5-arrow upgrade on the ledge.
Not too much fun there. Alright, Zora, what you got for us?
It almost has to be progression. Nope.
Nope.
It's just a map to Misery Mire.
So that means it's Pod. Pod it is, with one key. Which chest will have it? Dragon Master saying first chest will have it.
Where was that other sword?
Let's see. The other sword was in... So we have... Oh yeah, it was Mad Batter, Thieves Town,
Eastern Palace, and...
and Castle Tower.
Ah, Castle Tower. Scooty Puff gonna get his compass from Catfish. Ivan, meanwhile, heading straight over to get into Pod.
Yep.
OPT having cleared.
We also need. Yeah, we also haven't checked Hobo yet. So Skipsy's going to do that now.
Yes, technically not in the logic, but
could find something.
Scooty Puff picking up his Misery Mire map.
Hobo just has bombs. Alright, chest number 1 is...
Big
20.
You know, at least they have the mirror, because routing Pod without the mirror is...
it's hell.
Is misery.
Not Misery Mire, just regular old misery.
Yeah, just plain old misery.
Chest number 2. The book! That opens up both
that opens up both tablets and desert.
Yes. And the third item is small key. A pod small key. So that gets him into the back.
That gets him either into the back or to vanilla big key.
It looks like it's just gonna go to the back. That makes sense. There's 3 chests there instead of just 1. Looks like ScootyPuff's also doing the play to pod.
Ivan's gonna do hammer yomp.
Without any buffering on the last bit.
Just a Pizza Heart. Another Pizza Heart. This has been a very heart-heavy seed. Very safe seed. Lots of life. Got a... Ganon's Tower small key.
Lots of life. Blue mail. Upgrades, sword upgrades all around. Very safe.
Yes. And he's got 2 more items coming. Ivan does.
3 more, actually.
2. He doesn't have another key.
You can go down on...
3. 3,
yeah.
Sorry. I forgot there was one in the,
There's one in the turtle cave. And in the turtle room. Another small key. Well, this is a very trolly pod.
2 small keys.
And there's our first shield.
Yes, we have Fisher-Price's My First Shield. ScootyPuff making the play on pod.
Looks like Ivan's going for the big vanilla big key chest.
Well, either play he made was a single item, so.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the Thieves' Town map, which is completely useless. OPT making the play on Misery Mire is the other pendant.
Okay, so interesting. Misery Mire is like one of those dungeons that's just kind of in a weird place for me.
See, I like Misery Mire, but I'm always interested to see how people route it, because everyone routes it a little differently.
Yeah.
ScootyPuff getting Fisher-Price's My First Shield.
Mm-hmm. And he's gonna open up that chest and get another pod small key. He might go into the Harmless Hellway. So we'll see what the other option was. The other option is an Ice Palace Big Key.
Interesting.
So that's required. Alright, what does Ether Tablet bring us?
Ether Tablet brings us 3 bombs.
This isn't Bombos. Stop.
ScootyPuff setting up Hammer Yump.
Seem to be having a bit of fun with it, though.
OPT using the other strategy to get the hammer item, which is just a big 20. Hammer item. Mushroom item. Using the bonk.
I'm sorry, say that again?
OPT using the mirror bonk.
I'm not familiar with that.
For that. Okay, so it's leaving the screen and returning to
hold
the
on.
screen.
He's got. Okay. Well, there's the Desert Palace Big Key in the Bombos tablet. So There we go.
Well,
Desert Palace is fully clearable.
Desert Palace is clearly the play.
And that's a sink by Ivan and ScootyPuff there.
But ScootyPuff does not have the big key.
Yes, that is the unfortunate bit there.
Okay, so it's leave and re-enter the screen to get the mushroom, to get the item for the mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a bottle.
That's the big
Eastern
key to
Palace
Eastern.
big key. We've got so one way you can do the way most people do it. We get a big 20. The way most people do it is to go off is to just run to the next screen and back. But if you set it up right and start from the Dark World and set the portal where OPT set it.
Dark World is a screen transition.
Yes, Dark World counts as a screen transition.
Okay.
So you can set up a mirror bonk.
The lamp item is just a big heart.
But it is Sanctuary Heart.
It looks like he's warping out. ScootyPuff is warping out.
Because he doesn't have the big key.
He does not have the big key, but he will go check Sick Kid.
Yes. Sick Kid is a... Sick Kid has... 5 arrow upgrade.
So Ivan, unfortunately, leaving the Sank Heart behind. He would... He'd probably kind of want that right now.
I think so. OPTLawyer making the play on pod. Skipsy hammer yumping over.
His hammer yump. So now ScootyPuff is going to go for the Bombos, and then we have immediate
regrets.
Immediate facepalm. That gift from Naked Gun. Looks like Ivan is going to try and do Lambolus with 2.5 hearts.
Well, he's got Butter Sword.
And he's got, oh wait, he doesn't have the bow. I was gonna say he has silvers, but...
Well, he's got silvers, he just doesn't have any way to use them.
Yep. You could just throw the arrows, I suppose.
And he does have the fairy in a bottle.
Ah, okay, so that's why he's not getting those things. Okay.
One land mola down, 2 land molas down, 3 land molas down.
And the item is the bow.
Oh, right. My.
So that's our that's Eastern clearable because we also got the big key.
Yeah. And would that also be pod clearable?
We don't have another...
Okay, we need another key.
We need another key.
Skipsy heading back into desert with his big key. Or heading into desert with his big key. ScootyPuff heading back into desert with his big key.
Yep, he picked up his small piece of heart from the big chest, so... So Ivan's gonna go check what Sarsaparilla has.
Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla has the
Lift
Titans.
Well, okay, so that's pretty much. So most of our runners.
Right then.
So this chain of events is interesting because basically most of our runners picked every single location, but the important locations, to check first. Which leads to an interesting situation of some of our runners maybe thinking they're behind when they absolutely are not.
Or they may be thinking they're a lot further behind than they would be, than they really are. Now Ivan's going to go check the bow-locked chests.
We got 2 there. Imagine if there was yet another pod key. And Scooty Puff picking up his bow and his pendant.
Both of which are absolutely necessary.
Mm-hmm. And there's our flippers. What are those?
And another Pizza Hut.
So Ivan, I think, is just thinking where he should do next. Where he should go next. With flippers, that puts all the flipper locked locations in, and that puts in Swamp Palace, though we don't have the small key.
And Ice Palace.
I mean, at this rate, well, oh yeah, we have the gloves now, the mitts.
Also, the early part of Turtle Rock.
Yes, indeed.
And OPTLawyer skipped over the Bombos tablet.
It's gonna have to go back out for that. So let's see what was hiding in the rest of Eastern, shall we?
Let's shall. Big key to get. Oh, Ganon's Tower, big key.
So yeah, Regaro brings up a good point. Ice Palace is an option. You can get a number of chests there, but it's not completing it is not technically in logic until the 5 pod keys, because otherwise you could potentially keylock the Ice Palace big key that was in pod.
Yes. Okay, I think this race on top is very close.
Mm-hmm.
I think Skipsy has a lead on OPT, however.
Yes, I agree there. What was it that Armos Knights had? I missed that.
I missed it as well.
We'll see it very soon with Scooty.
We'll see it soon enough with Scooty, though.
So now there's a plethora of locations to check. You can check Dark World Death Mountain. Which it looks like that's what Ivan is going to do.
Well,
being trolled by the dead rock there.
There's 8 chests, I think.
We don't have hookshot yet, so we can't get like 3 the chests in Hookshot Cave.
Ganon's Tower small key from Armos.
Okay. Helpful a bit.
I like the way Regaro thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Although I probably would run to Meyer and do the blind pull.
In a tournament?
I wouldn't change my strategy one way or the other.
Yep, that's a gamble.
Besides which, I'm bad enough at randomizer. I would need to gamble.
So Scooty Puff heading back into pod.
Scooty Puff's checking the bow-locked chests.
Oh, I thought he did. Okay.
Get his flippers, get his...
I think it was a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, Pizza Hut, I think. Pod small key at Ice Palace map from Super Bunny.
Maps are really no longer necessary. We know what everything is.
Yeah, we know what's where.
I don't think we ever saw it was on the floating island.
We did. It's
pizza bomb.
It's 3 bombs.
Ah, okay.
Or no, it's Pizza Hut. It was something equally useless.
Yeah. Especially in this high life seed.
And a small palace map.
Oh, but Ivan is going to hover for 50 rupees. So he's going to hover again.
I have never commentated on a seat where someone hovered.
Pretty ballsy, I'd say.
I think he's gonna hover again to get the other one.
Hover again. Meanwhile, we see Scooty Puff checking the mire area. So mire shed.
And it's just a compass for Eastern.
So
mire
a whole lot of
shed
nothing
is gonna have big 20 and big 50.
$60. No, $70.
I think Scooty Puff might make the mire play. Nope, can't. Ether.
Oh, other tab is required. But let's check what's in.
Vanilla medallion requirements.
Oh, wow.
Who randomized this? The red boomerang in Checkerboard Cave. So once again, if you've been enjoying this race, give these runners a follow.
The randomizer shows his face in chat. Felix. Oh, we're gonna see what Jeremiah brings us today, as well as hammer pegs.
Yes, with Titan's Mitts, that's now open.
Mm-hmm. And maybe also lunchbox, depending.
I didn't notice what was in the first chest of Turtle Rock, also known as Legend of Zelda Super Mario Brothers. Chain Chomp Room had some red Gatorade.
I think that was a key in hammer pegs. I didn't see what it was though. And let's see what the Smiths are gonna smith for us. Oh, Turtle Rock small key in hammer pegs, and another pod small key.
Another pod
Sure.
small key from the locksmiths.
Ivan is gonna spend his last key on the vanilla big key chest instead of
And he's getting a pizza heart
saving
for it. Well, I don't think it's a bad gamble.
I don't know. Those I'm trying to remember if the I mean those laser bridge chests are lucrative, you know. They could be.
It could be.
Another map to Desert Palace.
OPT gonna pick up his the Swamp Palace key was in the lunchbox.
So that's super important, actually. And now, we can go into Swamp Palace.
Or possibly it was something else, but because he's not showing it on his tracker. Another pod small key on
the
Lake Hylia Island.
Wow, so there's is that all of them? I think that's all of them.
I think that's all of them.
That's all of them accounted for. We got the Ice Palace bomb jump going on.
It's the only bomb jump I know how to do.
Yeah, me too. Well, there's also the there's technically the other Ice Palace bomb jump that isn't the Ice Palace bomb jump, and one of the methods to do that is actually fairly. So now we're going into the right side of Ice Palace here. We've got a number of chests that we can get from here. And... never mind.
OPT is heading up to check Turtle Rock.
And that was the basement key for Tower of Hera. And another miner key. We're gonna get to see what Spike Cave has for us.
Just 3 bombs in Spike chest.
Spike chest has a piece of heart. Spike Cave chest has a piece of heart.
Sorry, Ice Palace Spike chest.
The Ice Palace Spike chest, yes.
OPT heading into Turtle Rock.
Oh, I hope that Freezor was actually out. It was.
It was.
And there's Ether.
Ether.
So that's gonna be good. He can make his way into Mire if it's necessary.
At this point, I have to be thinking it's Pedestal. I think Ivan's gonna go make a check on it.
Yeah. I need information once and for all.
OPT gets the first chest and nopes on out of there.
And it is the
Cane of Brian.
So, not required.
Not required, sadly. Pedestal is dead.
That is dead. Iced tea room giving small key to Gan's tower. But even if Pet is dead, we still have a number of chests that we can get from Meyer.
Oh, yeah. There's still plenty of places you can get stuff in Meyer. Okay, what do we still need for go mode? We still need the hook shot.
We need the hook shot. We need the two rods, and we need another TR key for it to be in logic.
Right.
And I think that's about it. So those are the items we're looking for. Let's see what a cold stare is going to bring us. It is required for logic, so yeah.
And a beautiful
cold
stare fight from Skipsy.
To the point where we can't even see what he got. Swamp small key is found?
No, swamp small key is needed.
I thought we found it. I think we were mistaken then.
Oh yes, it was in Gary's lunchbox.
Ah, that's right. Yeah, so we found it.
So yes, we're hook shot and the two rods.
And by logic, a small key to TR.
Yes, and a Turtle Rock small key. Scooty Puff running through Turtle Rock. He too is going to check lava chest.
And it's just a piece of heart. So it looks like Skipsy's gonna head into Meyer.
Not necessarily a bad play from his position.
How many chests in Meyer?
Oh, heck, I don't remember. There's quite a few.
The difference,
okay, 8. 8.
The difference between
yeah,
Ivan and Scooty there, though, is that I believe Scooty wasn't able to get to the laser bridge, whereas Ivan, having 3 TR keys, will still be able to, even though he's checked the lava chest.
It's so satisfying when you can get both of those Stalfos Knights with one bomb.
That it is. I need to learn that move. There's our red mail from Skipsy and Meyer.
Always useful.
I think we missed the bridge chest.
Ivan doing his Ice Palace bomb jump with
that sprite.
With that sprite.
I only know how to do it based on the default Link sprite or a Link shaped sprite.
Yeah, apparently the other way to do it, it has to do with the sword, with where the sword is.
Mm-hmm. But that can fluctuate depending on what type of sword you have as well. I believe one of the swords is like wider or narrower than the other.
Or it's where the shadow of the sword is, or something like that. Scootypuff making his way down to Laser Bridge.
Well, it's based on the shadow of the bomb.
Ivan picks up his ether medallion.
It's based on the shadow of the bomb, which can actually vary depending on if you screen transitioned into the room or if you die or if you respawned into the room.
He's got his hook shot.
That's the hook shot. That's unfortunate for Ivan. And to me, that puts Scootypuff. I'd say that puts Scootypuff ahead.
OPT back into pod.
And there's our Ice Palace small key.
I mean, has Skipsy found anything useful in Meyer yet?
Not that I've seen so far. I mean, he's got... I mean, look. Even though it's not necessarily progression, red mail's still pretty nice.
Okay, he has found red mail.
Looks like Scootypuff's gonna be doing his Zora side checks. He's gonna get his cape. Meyer still could contain something good for from Vitreous.
And from the big chest.
And the big chest. No,
Big
that's
chest
just a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, just a Pizza Hut. OPTLawyer nopes on out of pod.
Does he not have the keys to finish it?
I don't know. He might.
No, he's... well... I think he does. He's going back.
He may have just derped.
Yep, that can happen.
It happens to everyone.
We're seeing Cold Stare. Again, a beautiful Cold Stare fight.
Yeah, just to
It's just 10
everyone,
arrows.
just to give everyone an update on the status of the tournament, the two runners at the top are both 2 and 1. The two runners at the bottom are both 1 and 2.
Yep, so the ones at the top are fighting for their tournament lives here.
And Skipsy is heading into the Vitreous fight.
Looks like he's
using
gonna
his
use
butter sword spin strats
instead of the maybe Silver's. And there he picks up his Ice Palace big key, and unfortunately now doesn't have enough keys to defeat the Helmosaur King.
Where was that last pod big key or small key though?
I don't remember which ones he's gone to and which ones he hasn't.
Yeah, OPT didn't hammer you.
Oh, it's the it was the did OPT do the Lake Hylia Island?
I
get that
don't
key?
believe so. I don't believe so. I think he may be gonna do that after he checks Zora and Waterfall Fairy. Or at least Waterfall Fairy.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Skipsy is going to go check the ped.
And he's gonna find out what we know, that Ped is dead.
Ped
Although
is
he may
very
just
dead.
blind pull it.
Does he have the?
He's got all three. He's got all three.
You might as well blind pull. No. Ah.
Well, he's gonna pull it anyway.
No,
Nope.
he's just gonna bomb it. Bomb the pedestal.
He's just leaving a bomb.
Still haven't gotten to check in the swamp though. We have the key for it for a few of our runners.
We've got the key. We've got the key. We can full clear it. Well, ScootyPuff can full clear it.
Yes. Because he got the hook shot.
I think that may be the best. I think that may be the best play for ScootyPuff right now is to full clear swamp. I will respectfully disagree with our tracker in chat. Ice Palace is by far the worst part of the game.
Yes, Ice Palace is, yeah. Swamp is actually delightful, I think.
For reasons like we just saw on ScootyPuff's screen.
And the fact that if you do it, what's the word? If you do it logically, vanilla, it takes quite a while because you just got to go through all these loops.
Yes.
Skitsy going to check the Hera basement. And OPTLawyer finally getting his pod small key. His last pod small key.
Not necessarily a bad play from Skipsy.
And looks like he's going to go for a coffee break.
Meanwhile, ScootyPuff heading down to take care of...
Using the cane instead of the block.
Ivan into fight Helmasaur. Am I the only one that always used bombs on Helmasaur King as a kid?
I think so. I think you're the only one. Ever in all of existence. And just a compass from Helmasaur King.
ScootyPuff with a nice cold stare fight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing. If you're Ivan right now, do you check huge tracts of land?
You could. You could very well check the huge tracts of land. Fairy.
I think that's what I do as Ivan. And I think that's what Ivan's doing.
He doesn't have that Swamp Palace big key, so... Yeah, same for me, Regaro. I never really used the bombs. I just figured you got the hammer in the dungeon. It probably wants us to use the hammer, then.
And Ivan is going after the big bomb to do huge tracts of land.
Oh, so we'll see what her generousness has to say.
Scooty Puff heading back to finish off pod.
After getting the one pod key from the Lake Hiley Island. All right, let's see what our fairy friend has. The fire rod.
Ruby rod.
Well, there we go.
Ivan winning the free trip to Floston Paradise.
And can go kill the moth if he wants.
Also true.
Does he turn in his mushroom?
No, he's going up to check catfish.
Ah. Skipsy, you're gonna be entering Turtle Rock now. Looks like Ivan's gonna be heading into or might be heading into the well, looks like he's not heading into Mire. He decided against it. He thought about it, and then he decided against it. Looks like he is going to head up to Skull Woods to clear that out now that he has the fire rod.
I think that's got to be the right play.
Yeah, push your advantage. That's a reasonable play.
Get the crystal dungeon. Get the crystal when you know Ped's dead.
Yep. And also 2 items.
Yes, there's 2 more items left for him to get.
Skipsy kind of get bullied by these chain chomps.
Yeah, that's a tough room.
They do a lot of damage. So Ivan is going to completely ignore the bottom chest for right now and just go after Mothula. Makes sense. You can get the bottom chest after you beat Mothula. It's not going anywhere. So Skipsy also getting the lava room chest in Turtle Rock.
As it turns out, the right play is to go for the laser bridge chest, but it could just as easily have been the. But it still makes sense to go after that.
It makes sense.
Vanilla big key chest.
It says to me that many of these players are feel like they're behind, and so are making gambles, hoping they pay off. And Ivan not getting the other chest in Skull Woods.
That could come back to haunt him.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he's going into Mire.
Yes, instead he's making the play on Meyer, which, as we know, is
nothing but a chess piece.
Now,
he does get a
the other
frozen
question,
bird there.
though, will we get the bird toss?
Nope.
No bird toss. And a very efficient cold stare fight from OPT.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Looks like ScootypuffJr is going to be heading into Swamp Palace, which I think is the correct play for that.
I think that's the obvious play. Yes, OPT was in Turtle Rock.
He did dip into Turtle Rock, but unfortunately he did not have enough keys in order to get... I think at the time he didn't have enough keys to get to the skull, or the laser bridge. Yes, let's hope he doesn't go for that lava chest.
And it looks like, yes, if he goes back with Fire Rod, that's very likely he's going to head to Laser Bridge.
Fishing for the ice rod.
Yes.
Yep, Skipsy about to pick up a Turtle Rock small key. Which will grant him the ability to get his hook shot.
Okay, Scootypuff has gotten 3 bombs. He hasn't really gotten anything
much
useful that
value
I've
so
noticed.
far. A big 20 from the big key, from the big chest.
He is, it looks like, going to do full clear.
Yeah, you're still fishing for that item. There's not really much places to really go.
Yeah, I mean, he's still fishing for two items.
2 items in the key. Well, he doesn't need... He does not need the key. Skipsy about to get his Swamp Palace small key. And remind me again where the fire rod was?
Huge tracts of land.
That's right. So some of these, so OPT will, after this fight, have the ability to get that.
And I think that's probably what he's going to do.
I'd say you'd actually probably go to, I don't know, I'd say you go to Turtle Rock first. I mean, there's a lot of, yeah, there's a number of available chests, and which is more than 2.
Yes, but huge tracts of land is quick.
It is.
Pyramid
Yeah.
Fairy is very quick, quick to get.
Quick to reach, quick to cash out. And we have Ivan taking on Vitreous. It also seemed... he was originally going to do spin strats, but now it looks like he's just going to go for silvers.
OPT is going to check the pedestal and see if he needs to do Misery Mire first.
Just realized Vitreous drops a useless key.
What if there's something in the swamp, in the Skullwood's big chest?
There could be, and in fact, we only need to find that key, and then we'll have all the big keys.
OPT heading up to Turtle Rock.
And so far, we've got not much of value from Swamp Palace. It's actually just unfortunate, really. You think it really is that Skullwood's chest that Ivan missed holds the secret?
It could be.
Oh, if it is, Ivan's gonna be kicking himself.
Although 10th Enemy holds the secret. Oh wait, that's a different Zelda game.
That is a good point. We do now have the there's the fourth Turtle Rock key, by the way. But we do now have the Thieves Town small key as well, so that is an available chest to go for.
Okay, OPT is checking Spike Cave.
Just a bit of love.
Ivan gets his other pod key that's completely useless to him at this point.
Not that he needs it anymore. But he will be getting his Swamp Palace key soon.
And ScootyPuff is going to check huge tracts of land.
We'll get his Fire Rod. We also haven't... Well, no way, actually, we have. So, what's left to check, then? Just,
The chest at the chest on the backside of Skullwoods.
Mm-hmm.
The Thieves Town big chest.
If we had the key, also the Skullwoods big chest. And right side of Turtle Rock.
Yeah, the Fire Rod locked chest in Turtle Rock.
How much damage does that big bomb do?
It doesn't do any damage to you.
Really? Seems like it would.
How trolly would it be for the Ice Rod to be locked behind the Fire Rod in Turtle Rock?
That would... What if that Turtle Rock back chest has the Turtle Rock... Oh, wait. Oh, in Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah? That would be pretty trolly.
Or even better, it has the shovel and Dig Spot has the Ice Rod.
Turtle Rock has the shovel. The Dig Spot gives the Skullwood's big key, and the Skullwood's big chest has the Ice Rod.
I like the way you think.
Looks like ScootyPuff's going to be heading on to his Mothula fight. Hopefully he doesn't miss the all-important other chest. The maybe important other chest.
And OPT is over to do the same. OPT did check huge tracts of land and get his fire rod.
Excellent. In fact, all of our runners have, and it looks like all of our runners are heading up to Mothula now. Except for Ivan, who has already done it.
Who is doing hookshot-less swamp path.
Oh no! Doesn't have the hookshot. Unfortunately, Swamp doesn't really have anything either way except the crystal.
Right, which you can't get to without the hook shot.
So, either way, the point doesn't. It's probably looking for some good progression in this left side.
Which is not unreasonable to be looking for.
There's 6 chests. 6 chests are available without hookshot, I believe.
Yes, 6 chests available without hookshot.
And that was just a big 300 in that other chest in Skullwoods. Shame. So yeah, other than the Thieves Town big chest, all we have is Turtle Rock.
This has been very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Low progression in the beginning, and then it took all of our runners basically doing roughly the same route, and all of them kind of hurting for it, as all the good progression items came at the very end. So slow beginning, and then everything seemed to open up at once, and then now we're just hunting for the last item.
And OPT through Mothra, and Skipsy in the Mothra fight.
Yep, I think so too, Regaro.
I will
So Regaro was pointing out that Scooty here, seeing as he's already checked Laser Bridge and such, he's probably going to go for the Thieves Town big chest before heading back into Turtle Rock.
Okay, I will ask you the question that I asked earlier. Who's ahead in each of these races?
I'd say ScootyPuff is definitely ahead of Ivan at the moment. And then, as for the bottom one, bottom one's a bit more difficult.
OPT looks like he is making the play on Misery Mire, which
unfortunately doesn't have anything.
Unfortunately doesn't have anything, but it is a very logical play.
Looks like ScootyPuff actually is going to be going to Turtle Rock first. Whereas Ivan will be the one checking the Thieves Town big chest.
Well, oh wait, no. ScootyPuff hasn't checked Spike Cave.
That's what he's doing. Yeah, so I think at this point he just goes to the Thieves Town. No? Looks like he's still going to...
He's headed for Turtle Rock.
Ivan's still a dungeon behind. Because he still hasn't gotten his hook shot. So yeah, I think so. Even if this chest in Thieves Town has the ice rod, it's probably not going to save him. And it doesn't. It's just got the piece of heart.
It's just a pizza heart.
So there we go. It is in one of the two chests. All right, which one? First one, left or right?
Yeah, it's left.
I'll be contrary. I'll go right. Meanwhile, Skipsy
Skipsy is doing hook-shotless swamp.
And OPTLawyer is going to be picking up his new suit of armor and nothing else. Scooty hadn't done the hookshot cave yet, so he's going to grab those items.
Ivan is going to be checking the basement of Tower of...
Yep, unfortunately missing the coffee break there. And so now Scooty Puff heads into Turtle Rock for the last time.
Lone Star, so we meet for the first time for the last time. It may not be the last time he's in here, depending on, because Ice Rod might not be in here.
Where else could it be?
It could be in Dig Spot.
Ah, that's true. But this is still required, because Dig Spot has to be in Dig thing. There it is.
There it is.
Left
side.
Alright, Scooty Puff is in go mode. Officially.
Set mode to go.
Mm-hmm. Ivan is going to be heading there. Might pick up. Ivan will be able to pick up both the ice rod and his hook shot. Unfortunately, still don't have enough keys to clear Turtle Rock though.
To answer the question in chat, both runners on bottom did laser chest or did lava chest. They both chose the chest in the liquid hot magma.
So both will require the other key. Which is in where?
Argus.
Ah, that's right. So for them, trying to think. Okay, so by logic, TR is a required double dip then.
Oh yes.
And there's Ivan picking up his ice rod. However, he still needs his laser bridge item, his hook shot. Alright, let's see his go against Trinex. Should be easy. He's got golden.
He's got the butter.
He's also the only player that still has blue mail because he did not go into Mire.
OPT making the hook shotless swamp play.
I miss what the item on Trinax is, but it's not.
But it doesn't really matter. And is that all 7? That is all 7 crystals for
ScootyPuff will be making his way up Ganon's Tower.
Once again, logical play from OPT, although it turns out to be the wrong one.
Mm-hmm. There's Ivan picking up his hook shot.
And he's looking for that other key on Laser Bridge.
He's not going to find it there, unfortunately. So of the bottom 2, it looks like...
It looks like Skipsy... Looks like Skipsy is ahead.
Skipsy is ahead by merit of he's heading to Turtle Rock right now.
Yeah.
But he's being trolled by the dead rocks. It's weird hearing Light World Dungeon theme in Ganon's Tower.
ScootyPuff makes it through Cannonball Run.
Oh, that's a good name. Ah.
Into the gauntlet.
I guess it is. Well, no.
That may be the worst room in the gauntlet, the one that ScootyPuff just finished, with the two BMOS and the ice and the conveyor belts.
Yeah, that one kind of sucks. He's doing his Lammolas too.
And Skipsy picks up his ice rod.
Still needs to go for that hook shot though. Once he picks that up, he'll be in item go mode.
I think I will agree with the statement in chat, even though I really like Swamp Palace, that I would do Turtle Rock. That I would do Turtle Rock where I could get everything except for the last key without Ice Rod every time before I did Hookshotless Swamp.
Yep. And there's also just the merit of, like, if it's possible, if you happen to get that last key in there, like, being able to go mode Swamp is, I mean, it's incredible.
It's huge. Huge.
Huge. The question remains, will Scooty pull the chest?
No, there's no reason to.
Doesn't mean you can't. And down goes Trolldorm. Again.
No, he did it.
He does. He does pull the validation chest.
It is a 5-arrow upgrade.
Very useful. If you're gonna use, like, you know, if you're planning to use, you know, 50 arrows in the Ganon fight, trying to hit him. I would have asked you what do you think the order is going to be here, but we're already in it.
Ugh.
Those blueberries are not fun. Getting blue-balled.
And I don't think that was even a double because they hit at the same time.
There's an OPTLawyer finally heading over to Turtle Rock.
Meanwhile, Skipsy heading down to Swamp.
Mm-hmm. Going to go actually clear it this time. Or actually complete it this time, that is. He's playing a singing some Police there. I did not know that Ganon was a fan of the Police.
And this is the reason I like Butter Sword for the Ganon fight, because it's easy to because you can one cycle each phase.
That he can. So of these two, yeah, so we've got ScootyPuff who's I mean, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm pretty sure he's probably going to win the top race, and then
yeah, he is, because he just killed Ganon.
Yep, and ScootyPuff ends his race with an official SRL time of 2 hours and 4 minutes flat.
Nice game. Nice race, ScootyPuff.
GG. And ScootyPuff will be joining us shortly here.
Welcome,
Hello.
ScootyPuff. GG to you.
Hi, thanks.
So this was an interesting seed, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it was really, really long before I got either of the rods, and hookshot was forever, and it just kind of took a while. I took that gamble right at the end to go to Turtle Rock instead of Misery Mire, and it paid off.
Yep. Misery Mire did have the red mail, but not much else. So what did you think about that early game with all that not progression?
Yeah, we, what? I did pretty much everything. I got down to what? I had 1 or 2 pod keys, so I had to go to pod. And then I miserably failed a hammer jump like 4 times and moved on, but I'm pretty certain that was the last thing I possibly could have done.
Well, just to note, OPTLawyer did skip the lava chest.
Did he? Oh, okay, good. So now he doesn't have to yeah, so now you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I was fortunate to not have to think about that. Oh, go ahead.
So OTPLawyer will be able to clear Turtle Rock in one go.
Yeah, I was fortunate to not have to really make that decision. I got to Turtle Rock, I didn't have either of the rods, so I was like, I had 3 keys. So I was like, I might as well use all my keys. I don't really care about getting a Trinex at this point. I guess I would have been hosed if both rods were on the laser bridge, but the chances of that are just so slim.
Well, interestingly enough, that early game that I was talking about, the lack of items there, that was pretty much the same across all 4 racers, right?
Yeah.
So no one was really more or less behind because of that.
Yeah, when I got the book in pod, so I'm like, okay, this leads to a couple spots, I decided to go straight to desert instead of checking bombos, which I know cost me, you know, what, a minute or 2. That was a little disappointing, because I knew I should have gone to bombos first, but oh well.
It happens sometimes. And Ivan is going to now be making his way up Ganon's tower.
Yes, Ivan into Ganon's tower, Skipsy making his way over to T-Rock.
And OTPLawyer.
OPT, the good news is OPT will be able to go mode Swamp.
Oh, yes, he will. Oh, that's awesome, actually. Being able to go mode Swamp is a great feeling.
Yeah, there was, like, what, absolutely nothing in there except for the drop from the boss?
Yeah, the drop from the boss had the 4th TR key, and that's about it.
I don't think it will save him enough time.
He still does need to go back to... Yeah.
I think this is Skipsy's race to lose. But OPT is now in go mode.
Yeah, and what's the... Oh, hookshot. Right, wow. 2 hours, 8 minutes to get the hookshot. That's just awful.
It happens. He is in go mode, though.
Yes, we know he made the hookless swamp play. That's but he will be able to go mode. He will be able to do the rest of swamp in go mode.
Yeah, so we won't need to get the 2 chests at the bottom of the at the area that you unflood, or that you drain, and then also like the waterfall area chest you won't have to do. OPT taking on Trinex. Yeah, the unfortunate thing about OPT versus Skipsy here is that even though OPT can go mode Swamp and all that, even if they happen to finish their respective dungeons at the same time, Skipsy's still like right next to Ganon's tower.
So I think this might have been the first time I ever completed a seed without using anything in a bottle. It was just kind of weird. I just kind of never needed it. I had a fairy, I had a red potion. I think I picked up a B late, but I don't know. I never really needed magic, so that was never an issue. I never even thought to even buy a blue potion.
Yeah, early half magic is very helpful.
Yeah, and Ivan threw Landmo 2.
You what?
Ivan just finished Landmola 2.
Oh, okay.
And through the floor with the two most satisfying rooms, the Ganon's Tower Wizrobe rooms. If you can one cycle those,
yeah, it's pretty sweet if you can do that. OPTLawyer gonna buy some blue goo for the trials ahead.
Gonna head down to Swamp. Gonna head down to Swamp Palace.
The question is, though, will Ivan open the validation chest?
Like with ScootyPuff, I didn't think there was any reason to.
Oh, absolutely no reason to. I mean,
Just do it
I
'cause you
suppose I thought, hey, there's about a 1 in 35 chance this is red mail, so I guess I'll try it.
Ivan's taking on Trollarm 2, and Skipsy has just finished Trinex. No, he's not taking on Trollarm 2. He
He's
is
just hovering.
We've seen a couple of
Oh.
hovers actually from Ivan today. We saw he hovered through Hookshot Cave instead of actually doing it.
Oh, that's amazing.
That is tasty.
That is just beautiful. Ivan into Aghanim too.
Mm-hmm.
See, I didn't realize you even could get through that with hovering across, because I figured that nice double.
That was a good double. That was good.
And
nice
another
double again. And we have our official numbers for Scooty there. 164 chests have been checked.
I will say it's always it's even more impressive to get that double when the main Aghanim shoots a blue ball.
Yes. And he did that once.
Skipsy heading up Ganon's tower while OPTLawyer is finishing off Swamp. Meanwhile,
heading into the back of Swamp now. Ivan's listening to some of the police.
So, any thoughts on the seed, Scooty?
No, I mean, I felt like it was fairly straightforward until, you know, you get to the point where it's like I could go to Ice, I could go to Swamp, I guess I could have gone to Mire, but that didn't make much sense. And then once I needed to find the Ice Rod, I had a whole bunch of one-off locations. But I had Pyramid Berry, which is the 2, and the Bumper Cave and Spike Cave, and I could have gone to Thieves Town, I could have gone to Hera, and I just decided to go to the one that would have benefited me the most, and it happened to have the Ice Rod, very luckily.
Ivan unfortunately misses doing the torch glitch there.
But I believe he did get the double
He did,
arrow.
so it really doesn't matter all that much. He can fairly easily end it, and there he goes.
Ivan finishes off Ganon.
And he has an official SRL time of 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 55 seconds. GG. The Windfish will wake soon. And it looks like he will be joining us soon.
OPTLawyer finishes off Argus, while Skipsy is fighting Landmola 2.
Getting kind of trouble with the pot shots there from the little shooter thing.
Hello to you, Ivan. GG, sir.
Hello, Ivan. Salmonella's homecoming.
And OPT ready to make his way up Ganon's tower. I don't believe we can hear Ivan.
Hello?
There he
Hello.
is.
Oh,
GG, Ivan.
okay.
So, Ivan, any thoughts about this seed?
I don't know. I thought it was going really well at the start, and then somewhere in the middle, I just kind of lost where it was trying to lead me. I think. I didn't want to use that Turtle Rock key to go to the vanilla big key chest. I did not mean to do that. So that I could have had the hook shot so much earlier.
Yeah. The two of you were actually really pretty close. Up until it was probably actually that.
Yeah, it was.
Getting
Although
hook shot versus not.
Although impressive hovers.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that Moldorm 2 hover. Nice.
That is also true. Regardo pointing out that says one of the big plays this that put Scooty over was that he did Smiths early and got the third key to TR.
Yeah, I considered going back there after I got the mitts, and I just forgot about it.
Skipsy through Moldorm 2 and into true final boss room.
He did open up, yeah, the spikes and the... Well, he's just getting bodied by these mini Halosaurs.
Well, what did I say? True final boss room.
Yep. And heading into Aghanim. So those were some very good, Aghanim hits there, Ivan.
These patterns were awful. I don't know how some of those hit.
You got two doubles on an off shot, which was actually pretty cool. One of them being with blue balls as well.
No, both of them being with blue balls.
Oh, was it both? Wow.
Yeah, both of them he got with blue balls.
That's just crazy. I think I did like an 8 cycle on him.
And the OTPLawyer starting his climb, whereas Skipsy is almost finished off Aghanim.
Skipsy gets a blue ball double.
And there goes Aghanim.
It's like Oprah with the doubles. You get a double, and you get a double. Everyone gets a double. As OPTLawyer makes his way through Gannonball Run.
I'm totally still on that name, by the way.
Well, you'll join me stealing it. I don't even remember who I stole it from. Skipsy the pig.
Skipsy versus the pig. Love Buttersword in the game fight.
Makes it possible for even a potzer like me to one cycle. To one cycle the first two phases.
Mm-hmm. And OPT clearing out the gauntlet without much trouble. And getting an excellent spin on Lammolis.
Yeah, that was pretty.
It's fortunate they all started so close. They could just get a spin out to start.
Nice 2-cycle Landmolas. Skipsy ignoring the fact that he's got silver arrows and just
Keep going for a
and running silverless Ganon.
This is impressive.
There's been a lot of impressive. By the way, I have. That's the first time that I've commentated on a race where someone's hovered.
Oh yeah.
Cannot change the laws of physics. Well, apparently you can.
It is kind of
And there goes Skipsy finishing with a silverless cannon. Just because he wants to.
I wish Hookshot Kate actually have something, or actually had something.
Finishing with an
Would've been
official
nice.
SRL time of 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 49 seconds.
And the Windfish will wake soon.
The Windfish will wait. And it looks like he will also be joining us in here. We can have a nice big discussion. OPTLawyer taking on Trolldorm 2. It's
Now,
not
if
much
you-
of a fight with Golden.
If you have enjoyed this race, give these runners a follow.
Yes, give all these runners a follow. They're very good.
I want to give a big shout out to Regaro and Dragon Master 0283, who have been our trackers, and Felix TC, who's been our restreamer.
Mm-hmm.
Also to that guy, that Sir Heavens guy, who was commentating with me.
Yeah, and that DM Stewart guy as well. He was pretty okay. And hello Skipsy.
Hi. How's
How are
it going?
you doing?
Hope the race was fun for you to watch.
It was
It was
interesting.
kind of boring on my end.
Yeah, that first area where wasn't much progression really.
There was no progression anywhere. And at some point I was thinking like maybe I should rename myself from the Twitch name Therealskipsy to The Real Snail. I think that's more fitting.
Well, fortunately, it was pretty much the same story for everyone. It was just a slow seed in the beginning.
And OPT in the Aghanim 2 fight.
Nice triple there.
That was also my worst Aghanim I've ever done.
Yeah, same for me.
And yet you still got a double with an Aghanim blue ball.
Yeah, well,
That was impressive.
let's be honest there, it wasn't anything good.
Still pretty neat though. I can't get that.
You can. Definitely better than I did. Trust
And
me.
OPT looks like he's going to be going into the Ganon fight with the cape equipped. Looks like he's going to set up to use cape strats in case he needs it. Avoiding these fire bats.
Well, with half magic, it makes sense.
Yep. You can stay in that state for quite some time.
With half magic and silvers. Did you forget you had silvers, or did you just decide to do silverless?
I just decided to do silverless. I don't know. The seed was so boring, and we're already in the meme bracket, so yeah.
You just spice it up.
Honestly, this was one of the most boring seeds I've ever played, because there was only check this location, check this location, check this location, and no real nothing mechanical, right? Like the only mechanics you have to do is pumping until you get the boots, right? So there is nothing to do. You also got Buttersport really early, like that made the fights really simple.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're Ivan and you hover through Hookshot Cave.
There
Wow.
is that.
Wow, that's amazing. I was
And
thinking,
OPT has defeated Ganon and finishes with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 25 minutes, and 30 seconds. GG. GG to all these runners.
Yes, great game to all these runners. So Skipsy, what do you think was the key play for you?
The key play I haven't done, but I should have done?
No, the key play that you did do that granted you the upper hand over OPT.
I don't know, I cleared everything. There wasn't... I don't know, I think he made some routing decisions which cost him a bit time, but overall I checked every location there is, right? There was only let me pick up my tracker. There was only Thiefstown left, and there was only Skullwood's big chest where I didn't have the key, but otherwise I checked every location. Like, there wasn't any key play for me, and the thing I fucked up was Turtle Rock opening the lava chest, and I mean I could have cleared the I think I could have cleared Turtle Rock.
Welcome, OPT. GG to you.
Good game, man.
So OPT, I keep saying that. Do you have any opinions on this seed?
My opinion is I'm just really bad at this game. I can't even remember what happened in this scene, to be quite honest.
Well, there was one key decision that really made the difference.
But let me guess, my decision to go into Misery Mire for no apparent reason?
No, it was well, not going to Misery Mire would have made a big difference, but
Yeah.
actually the key decision was: do you go to Turtle Rock and clear down the laser bridge, or do you do Hookshotless Mire, or Hookshotless Swamp rather?
Yeah, and so Hookshot being in the laser bridge was
I mean, yeah,
that was.
of course it's gonna be there.
But still, all around, like pretty much all the runners did the same general route during the beginning areas. Up till the seed opened up once you dipped into pod.
Well, of course, with the exception of Ivan hovering Hookshot Cave.
That's also true. Ivan, why are you hovering?
Because I can, so why not?
hovering past Moldorm 2, not even bothering to fight it. All around though, that was fun. So GG to everyone. Everyone give these runners a follow.
Seriously, give these guys a follow. They deserve it.
You can see their Discord, their Twitch links in the chat, as well as let's give a big thanks to all the other volunteers who made this game possible. That being Dragon Master and Regaro, our two trackers, Felix TC, our restreamer, and the excellent DM Stewart, 1981, my fellow.
The okay DM Stewart, 1981, and the excellent Sir Heavens.
Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to the compliments. Anyway, guys, that was this was fun.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, thanks for all the work, guys.
Thanks for the great race, guys.
So at this note, I think we shall be signing off. Thanks for everyone who came and watched, and we will see you next time.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.